Hello, welcome back to our broadcast. I am JoJo. Welcome, newbies. How is everybody doing? Today, we decided to go through lust. We all go through it. We all lust over something. And I decided to go through my Bible app, and I'm studying. What I'm studying is the silent but deadly trio, and it's lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, pride of life. And I chose lust because I was talking to Jesus, and I'm like, Lord, I don't know what to do on this show and what to call it. And I got to my little plans that I got, and I realized I missed this plan. I've been reading my other plans, but this one got missed. And I chose it. Why? Because I'll deal with it, and I'm sure we all dealt with it. Lust could be for anything. It could be for someone or something. It don't really always have to be a person. It could be a video game. It could be a car. It could be whatever takes you away, what you lust over, what you're feeling for. Well, here we go. I'm gonna start with 1 John chapter 2 verse 15. Do not love this world, nor the things it offers you. See? For when you love the world, you do not have the love of the Father in you. For the world offers only a craving for physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, and pride in our achievements and possessions. These are not from the Father, but are from this world. And this world is fading away, along with everything that people crave. But anyone who does what pleases God will live forever. You see? Basically, you're craving and lusting for things that has an end, that only gives you pleasure for a day, an hour, a month, maybe a year, maybe some years, but it's all temporary. It's not, so look, this chapter here don't really have anything to me that talks about, but it does, because look at this is lust as well. So it is lust. I don't know why I thought it wasn't, but I'm looking at it now and it is. Check it out. Genesis chapter 3 verse 6. The woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious, and she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband who was with her. and he ate it too. You see? She grew lust over that fruit because she was staring at it and was like, ooh, that fruit looks delicious. I want to take a bite of that. And look it, she went and she did. She was lusting over a piece of fruit from the unforbidden tree. And then sin came. Whoop whoop. Anyway, you get what I'm saying? So, like, that's, So, it's like crazy. I know. So, look at Romans 8. Romans chapter 8, verse 6, 7, and 8. So, letting your sinful nature control your mind leads to death. But letting the Spirit control your mind leads to life and peace. For the sinful nature is always hostile to God. It never did obey God's laws, and it never will. That's why those who are still under the control of their sinful nature can never please God. Like that. And it's like some people be like, oh, but God made it, but God this, blah, blah. Like, you can't say God is tempting you to do something bad. Look at it says it in James chapter 1 verse 13, 14, and 15. And remember, when you are being tempted, do not say God is tempting me. God is never tempted to do wrong, and he never tempts anyone else. Temptation comes from our own desire, which entice us and drag us away. These desires give birth to sinful actions, and when sin is allowed to grow, it gives birth to death. So, lust leads to temptation. That's why this chapter I read it, because you're probably like, oh, she's talking about temptation now. But what happened? Eve was lusting over that piece of fruit, right? She was like, ooh, staring at it. Ooh, that's beautiful. Ooh, I want that. Ooh, I'ma bite that. And what she did, that lust turned into temptation, and she let the temptation take her, and she bit it. Okay? Everybody does it. Look at this one. Let me see. Is it this one? No. But we're going to read this. Galatians chapter 3, verse 5. So, put to death the sinful earthly things lurking within you. Have nothing to do with sexual immorality, impurity, lust, and evil desire. Don't be greedy, for a greedy person is a idolater, worshipping the things of the world. Look what happens here. So, this is Judges 14. Okay, we're gonna go to 1 through 3. Look, one day when Samson was in Timnah, on one of the Philistines woman caught his eyes. Oh. And yeah, I did say Philistines, right? Caught his eyes. When he returned home, he told his father and mother, a young Philistine woman in Timnah caught my eye. I want to marry her. Get her for me. Look at that. That was lust speaking. His father and mother objected. Isn't there even one woman in our tribe or among all other Israelites you can marry? They asked. Why must you go to a pagan Philistine to find a wife? But Samson told his father, get her for me. She looks good to me. What happened with Eve? That unforbidden fruit looked good to her. So look at Samuel chapter 2. Alright, so we're gonna go with Samuel. It's, I guess, 2nd Samuel. So this is about David. In the spring of the year, when kings normally go out to war, David sent Jabbar and the Israelites' army to fight the
destroy the Ammonite army and like
Ammonites. There you go. They destroyed the Ammonites' army and led siege to the city of Ribaba. However, Dave stayed behind in Jerusalem. Late one afternoon, after his mid-rest, Dave got out of bed and was walking on the roof of his palace. As he looked out over the city, he noticed a woman of unusual beauty taking a bath. He sent someone to find out who she was, and he was told she is Bathsheba, the daughter of Elima, and the wife of Uriah. I can't say the names, guys. The Hittite. Then Dave sent messengers to get her, and when she came to the palace, he slept with her. She had just completed the purification rites after having her menstrual period. Then she returned home. Look at, he saw a beautiful woman, and what happened? He wanted that. He got it, but he lusted over her. He saw a beautiful woman and was like, oh, I want that. So he sent his messenger to go find out who she was. He found out she was the daughter of Elima, and she was a wife, but he still wanted her, and he got it. And in due time, that woman got pregnant, y'all, by David, just so y'all know. And because of that lust, it led to something. He ended up killing the guy. And because he didn't want him to find out that he got her pregnant. Okay, just read the book. You'll find out what King Dave did. But he was still a child of God, and Jesus blessed him a lot too, y'all. Okay, because he was faithful to God. He always prayed to God. He had his downs, you know what I mean? But like I said, lust leads us to sinful stuff, and we sin against God when we do that, you know. So it's like we hurt our Father every time we get these lustful thoughts. So when we feel like you lusting over something or someone or whatever it is, talk to Jesus. Ask him to help you to defeat that battle. And he will. He done it for me. Oh, he has done it for me. So, lust is one hell of a drug. Okay? So, remember, Jesus loves you. Be safe. And yeah, one love. Thank you for tuning in.